Okay, YouTube channel, what's going on? This is Tars Down again, and you know this is the Go Hard or Go Home channel. All right, y'all. Today I'm gonna talk about. I always tell everybody on this channel, this talking hypergamy thing between men and women is a fool's errand. A fool's errand. Okay, it don't work. I was watching this daily wrap up crew guys a little bit ago. And I'm gonna watch about 5 minutes of them. In them 5 minutes, a lot of stuff is gonna get said between the guys and the women, and then I'm gonna make some comments about that kind of stuff. All right, but trying to explain to women don't make sense. They don't care, and they're not telling themselves the truth about it. All right, they're not bad for that. Women are not bad for this. It's just that it works this way. They don't see it the same way as we do, and they try to make it be the same way. And guys are trying to make it be the same way between the two, but it's never gonna work that way. All right. I'm going to tell you all about how it's going to work later on after we get done with this. All right. So, without further ado, don't forget y'all hit like, subscribe, share. Thank y'all for all the people I've been getting so far that's joining the journey. And we're going to talk about this stuff a lot more during over this. Okay. Don't forget to drop comments and stuff like that for the algorithm, likes. That's it. Anybody that gives out a couple of donations or whatever, hit those super likes and junk like that. I'm going to be moving on to the other end of my studio in a few days here because of people who've done that. So, and all your stuff is going to go into making the channel better. I don't really take them, but I got them anyway, so I did it. So here's the deal. We're going to watch this. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit why this is a fool's errand, and then we'll talk more in the end. So let's get this started. I'll move myself up here to the corner. Well, to the middle here. It might not work out as good as I wanted to, but let's see what these women have to say about it. Let's see what the guys and are going to say about it. And watch these guys for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're going to talk. All right, let's roll.
Woman's holy vagina, da da da. And then these two girls on the couch, and one girl parted her lips like, I don't know, and she said, "Oh well, men pay for pussy anyway because they take you on dates with the hope of having sex with you." And then you said, "Well, if that's the case, then wouldn't that make you, a prostitute?"
What's the definition of a prostitute?
It's exchange, sex for money. But the problem when you said that in that video was you didn't say it in another video. See, that's why I should have. You want me to tell you which episode?
Go ahead. Episode 85.
But if we're up, you did say in another video, like, oh, well, when one was talking about, like, Netflix and chill as a date and men are not courting her properly, you said, well, you're not holding men to a higher standard. So you say chivalry isn't dead. You're not holding men to a higher standard. So which one is it, Eli? Is it chivalry is, not dead, or is it when we do get chivalry, oh, he only paying for pussy? It's just confusing.
I go off of how women articulate themselves, and if the only thing of value that they seem that they can articulate themselves, that they could offer a man is their body, to me that is prostitute. It don't matter what I'm saying, ethnic group of women you are. The only value you have to provide a man is sex, and in order for me to get that sex, I have to spend X, Y, and Z. That is the definition of prostitution, and that's why I say it. And now dating for stability is understandable, but women are not articulating themselves for that. They usually talk about men in a finesse fashion where they trying to get as much money. Just like old girl, she said the man was providing for her so she could save her money in case of the relationship fails. That sounds like you're using him for his resources. Like, you get what I'm saying? You're stripping me dry. And then again, when men go through those experiences, and now you're like, you know what? I'm never going to do shit for a woman like that again. Because y'all trying to normalize using a man for his resources, sucking him dry. What City Girl says, fuck a rich nigga till he ain't one. Like, that type of shit is traumatizing. I understand it's a song, obviously. Like,
No, it's not just a song. It's actually, that's how this jump works. Okay. I'm trying this out to the guys. That's how this shit works. If you with this woman and your pockets run dry and they stay dry, she gone. She's gone. You're lucky if she don't leave right away. Because when things drop down for women, it's like really, really bad. It's like, okay, if you lose your job or something happens, she's going to go into a doggone like that. You know what I'm saying? You might not see that, but that's what's going to be inside. Emotionally, she's going to start shaking. Trembling is what we call it down here in Alabama and in Dothan. She's going to tremble. And you got a really good chance of her getting gone. Like 99.9%. if you don't fix things like last year. And even if you fix things, you might still, it might not work. So this prostitution and this hypergamy thing, let me tell y'all something. They are the same thing. Okay? At the end of the day, it's all prostitution. It's all buying a woman. Every last bit of it. Every last bit of it. It's always going to be buying a woman. You're never going to be able to have the woman without paying for shit. It does not work that way. And the quicker you see it that way, the easier it will get for you. That's why I keep saying these guys keep trying to explain this stuff to these women. It's not going to change anything because it's never been that way. You always had to buy. Even if you go back to the Bible days, the man had to bring a dowry to the family. You had to bring so many head of oxen. You had to do whatever. You see what I'm saying? It's buying. That's why the father goes to the wedding and gives the girl away. You see that? After you done got everything, okay, we know this dude, he got money. He's going to be able to give money to the family. He's going to be able to bring the father and his family some dowry. He can do that. And then we can give him the girl. He can take care of her because we done got this. The father comes and gives her away. It is pain. It's always been pain. It's always going to be pain. No matter how much you change the wedding stuff, no matter how much you change things over since time, the way that it was beginning is where it's going to be. Let's let it roll for a little bit longer here.
You know what I'm saying?
But women are living by those lyrics.
Yeah, that's traumatizing. So maybe as a man, if you felt like you dealt with a woman, you gave her your all, you was courting her, you was spending money on her, and she fucked the next nigga because his bag was bigger, like she said, then of course, maybe when I move on to and that's your trauma, but when I move on to the next woman, of course I'm gonna be more reserved now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because women are very materialistic. You get what I'm saying? So, and hypergamy is a thing. You get what I'm saying? So again, it's not dating for stability because y'all don't even want to, you just had a whole episode last episode. Women don't want to get married. You know, especially in our community, they say, I'd rather be single. So again, what stability are you looking for then?
But,
like, you get what I'm saying?
Okay, so once again, right? I'm not saying it wasn't you. I'm having flashbacks. You triggering me. Hold on, let me relax. All right. Hypergamy is the art of what? Marrying up, right? So you either marry someone who has a higher financial status than you, or you marry someone who has a higher social status than you, right? So I am sorry that the women that come on your platform, they're not able to articulate themselves. But they are trying to, I don't say they are, I don't know them people, but most women, all right, are trying to say that they're dating for stability. So when you talk about women wanting a man who has a bag, it's because it takes a certain type of man to earn a certain type of money. It takes a certain type of ambition, takes a certain type of character, you know, just characteristics in general, you know, being dedicated, having confidence, blah, blah, all that stuff, right? So, you know, all those characteristics takes that man to be able to earn that kind of money. So that's what the women are going for, you know?
Okay, and I get at her because I see myself in this way and I do a lot of extra stuff. But the problem is, here's the thing. A lot of women not understanding, like these three women on this panel right now don't qualify for no doggone man that's making all that extra kind of money. All right, these are younger women. I can already tell that they probably, if these women are even 30, if they're even 30, they early 30. They're not 35. I don't think so. Anyway, I have to find out about it. They're putting about 30. For a man that's making the kind of money that they're talking about, this is play with it pussy. That's what they are. 30-year-old woman that looks like these women. We'll show y'all this shit. I've been peeping this shit the whole time. Look, these women got tattoos in open places. Look at this shit. This same thing. Kevin Samuels used to talk about this all the time. And the guys that's doing this stuff that they're talking about, because that's me. I'm working real estate and stuff like that right now to try to make more money and things like that. It takes a lot more thinking and more brain power than it does for a guy just going to work. I understand what she's saying. But when I'm doing that, I don't want this. Tattoo right here on her titty. I talked about the titty tat in one of my other videos about how to avoid thoughts and skeezers. She's got tattoos all right here. They just don't look like women who fit into a certain level of class. They don't look like it, and they don't understand it. They think they fit into that, but they don't. You can't. When I go down here with other guys who is making this kind of money, and we had this get together, and their wives look like soccer moms, and you know, my wife look like, you know, she about to go to the club. there's going to be a difference in the way that I'm viewed in that circle, as far as things go. It just works that way. And I don't think that women are understanding that. Let them finish a little bit more here. But the thing is, all the women that want this, I understand what they're saying. It makes sense. All of them don't fit into it. And he's going to try to explain that to them in a second here, which that's where it gets dumb. There's no sense in explaining this to women because they don't care. Well, I'm going to let y'all watch it happen. I'm not showing these shows to watch how the women are delusional. I'm showing these shows to show you that it's delusional for the men to try to explain this to women instead of just getting your money. Let's roll.
So for you to make that type of money, you have to, have discipline. You have to have ambition, what other skills you might need. That's the man I want to lead my household. So I don't want to speak for them, but I'm going to say in what I teach when it comes to hypergamy, that's why women are looking for a man who has money.
But every woman ain't. It sounds like entitlement, because not every woman is entitled to those caliber of men. And if you do see those men, y'all have to compete, because guess what? Other women are competing for him, because he's in the top 10% of men.
You watch episodes, they don't say that.
All ethnic groups of women want these same 10% of men, right? Across all ethnic groups. So again, if he has the bulk of options because y'all want him, y'all have to compete. And that's why I say, if y'all want to practice hypergamy, that's understandable, but not everybody is qualified for hypergamy. Sometimes you could just find a guy that makes regular average money. There's nothing.
No, stop telling that shit to women. They don't care. That right there is what I done got tired of. That. Guys, y'all please hit the likes and drop comments and stuff. We need to push it to as many people as possible. They don't care about that. Guys need to start understanding that. You can watch this Kevin Samuels show. I've watched it. You need to go over to that channel and watch it. They don't care about that. I can tell you right now, I can make this real easy for any guy that's watching this right now. If your hands get dirty at work, women consider you trash. That is what it is. You can have a job. You have a white collar job, and you can have a guy's a plumber and a guy's some IT tech. And the IT tech and the plumber might make the same amount of money, but the plumber's gonna be looked at different. I'm sorry, guys. It's not about the money. It's about the job and how you look. That's what women don't want to admit to you. It's about the job and how it looks. Women are about how things look. That's why you could be a broke dude. He can be broke. I can know he broke. She can know he broke. Everybody can know he broke. But if it does not look like they are broke, then she's happy. You see what I'm saying? It works like that. Let's roll a little bit longer.
Nothing wrong with that. And again, on this show, there's women who constantly will bash the hard-working, average working man and saying like he's not as much of a man compared to the other, the guy that's high earning.
And they mean it. And they mean it, guys. And it's not just the ones that come on these videos. The rest of them think the same thing. Guys are out here trying to make a doggone difference between the two. There's no difference. No. All women view this way. Every last one of them. And the quicker y'all get that, the quicker things going to get easier for you. All right? As long as you keep sitting here with this mentality like what he's saying right now, things going to be hard for you as a guy. They are. You got to understand that women see you at the bottom as trash. If you go to work every day and make your money in a hard way, women see you as trash. They will trade up on you the first chance they get. Every time I see a guy with a regular job, I know I have access to his woman. I do. And every guy that's above him has access to his woman. He might not know that. He might not think that. He might be trying to, and she might not tell him that, but it's going to be that way. Let's keep watching.
Because you equate high earning with a certain sense of masculinity, a certain sense of leadership. Yeah. But there's quality men out here that's working hard and can still provide for his family. Like you get not maybe at the level of obviously those high value men.
What he misunderstands is that the women want the leadership. That's what guys got to start understanding too. When you work for another man and you ain't doing shit and you ain't the one that's in charge, you are not the leader. I keep saying this in all my videos, and until guys start getting this part, they're going to keep having this problem. The women want the leader. Women want the boss. They don't care that you got a job that can provide. They want you to be in charge. All right? That's what they want.
But some women are shitting on those men because they want a certain caliber of men.
All women are shitting on that kind of man. Every last one of them. See that they keep trying to do some. It's not some, y'all. This is 100%. This is a consensus. If you watch Kevin Samuels or any of these other shows, and even with these women sitting right here on this panel right now, because in a few minutes they're gonna start saying some other things too. Look, all of them want it this way. Look, guys. Everybody wants to win the lottery. Everybody wants to have money and not have to go to work. Everybody wants it. It's one of those things that everybody wants, guys. It fits into that category of that thing. It's having enough money to not care anymore, and that's what they want. It's just that simple. And they were even saying out loud on Kevin Samuels and other shows, if they gotta go 50-50 with you, they'd rather be by themselves. This should be telling guys something, so you shouldn't be even trying to talk to these women and try to tell them anything. They're telling you what's up. Let's roll. Let's roll.
That's fine. But just know that, number one, he's going to have options because he is in a small percentage. And number two, you're going to have to compete for that guy. He's not just going to come to your front door because you did a Sierra's prayer. That's not how that works.
Okay, here's the deal. Women know that. I've gotten tired of that shit too. That Fresh and Fit, these guys, everybody always trying to tell women, just know this, just know this. And women know that junk. They will do it that way. They got no problem with that. If you got the money, they'll all have sex with you to try to compete. That's how that works. Keep telling them about this. This is the broke man's game right here. That's the broke man's game. What's going on when you're doing this is because you broke. When you trying to talk this way to women, you got to be broke. Because the thing of it is they don't care. And you about to see that they don't care. Let's keep rolling.
You get what I'm saying?
So do you think that only men who make six figures are considered high value?
Yes. Yes. They're going to get some BS ass answers in a minute here, but the answer is yes. The only men that women consider to be high value are men who are either six-figure earners or higher. You got to be somewhere near being rich. Then you are high value to women. Unless, here you go, you do it like this right here. Unless it's a ghetto chick, because this is how this works. It's a ghetto chick who don't want nothing at all in life for real. And as long as you look like a thug and look like a certain type of way, she would consider that high value. As long as you'll beat somebody's ass, as long as you'll do this right here, she would consider that high value. So it kind of depends on what kind of woman you want too. Most guys want the decent women. The decent women consider rich guys high value. You have no value to women. If you are a guy who is working a regular job, you got no value to women. That is the truth. That's one reason why I got in the doggone work world. I wanted to have some value to women. I wanted to feel better about myself. And I couldn't do it there. I knew better. I knew how women felt about that. I knew how I was getting treated there. But that's another video. We'll talk about more of that stuff later on. Let's roll.
To women.
I don't
know that from a woman's perspective.
No, I don't consider
I heard him say that.
But again, when we speak to women, they tend to prioritize money. You know what I mean? When we ask them what do they want, money is always the first thing. Not loyalty, not if he's family oriented, not if he treats you well. It's usually
they don't care about those things. Y'all guys, if y'all watching this right now, y'all need to start looking up some of these shows. I watch some shows on Learning Channel where there's like poly couples. With a polyamorous or whatever they call that, and it's not even that. It's another one where it's polygyny, because you got polygyny and you got polyamory. But this isn't polyamory. This is polygyny. Polygyny is when I think that's how they say it. That's when the man got multiple women. Every time I seen that, it's been a rich dude. And once you got a whole bunch of money, they don't care about your loyalty. You can have other women. Once you got a whole bunch of money, they don't care about how you act. They don't care about nothing. As long as you can take care of them bills, it's all they care about. That's what guys need to start understanding. You can have sex with as many women as you want, as long as you could just help out with the bills every now and again. I'll suggest most guys get their own house, their own shit. Make sure they got their money. You can throw them bras a little bit of money and go to their house and smash it and go back to your own house in safety. That's the way I would see it. You know, especially for a lot of guys out here these days. but they don't care about those things. That's why you have guys complaining. That's why you got these guys trying to describe this now. All right? Because once there's money involved, once all those things, once stuff like that, women, the rules go out the window that the broke guys have once you have money. Just bottom line. Let's finish this one up, son.
Well, he has to make money, right, and then everything else falls into place. So again, I don't think that's the only qualification, but you know, there are some.
I don't think just because you make 6 figures that make you a high value man, you know, because like you see Mexican women all the time, their men working on building roofs and they're making the bare minimum, probably don't even have their papers, and that woman is submissive to him, and that's still her being hypergamous in her own way, because she's looking at it like, all right, he's doing more than whatever I had selected that I could have had before, you know what I'm saying? Or he's still providing something, and she looks at him as high value because he's providing something.
That's a culture thing. That is a culture thing. Okay. She said Mexican women, and that's not Mexican women in the States. She's talking about the ones that come from Mexico. That's a culture thing. They're not looking into that. She's trying to use this as an example, but it's not an example because it's a culture thing. It's not the same thing that's going to happen in the States. Just because you work and you provide a little bit of something, your ass still a bum. If there's a chance that you can lose your job tomorrow, you a bum to her. It's just that way. It's the truth. But y'all drop the comments and let me know what y'all think about that. But we're gonna hear what else she got to say for a little bit, then we're gonna close out here.
So it doesn't matter how much money per se you make. It matters if you're being able to.
That's a great point. But you know, in our situation, I want to say this generation of women, I'm not just going to say black women, they tend to be delusional on what their expectation is for a man financially. You get what I'm saying? I could be making a decent amount of money, but to you, because I can provide, our home and financial stability, but I can't take you out. I can't put you on vacations. You got to put in some kind of money into the family. Now I'm less of a man. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, women don't want to put money into the family. That's the problem. They never have wanted that, and they never will. You get that from other cultures. This is not American culture. There's another thing they got to talk about. And she's got done talking about the Mexicans, because the man and the woman going to work together to build something. The man's going to work to build something, and the woman's going to support that. They don't do that in the United States. That's why he just got done saying it's not just black women. The man right here. It's not just black women. It's the women it's the women these days. It's the women in America. That's what he's really trying to say. That's what he's getting at. It's the women in America. Because I done traveled. I done been all over the place. It's the women in America. That is the culture here. They are not going. They don't want to put in on their family, and they're not going to. And if they have to, they're gonna leave your ass. Just that simple. Let's roll.
That's the challenging part for men. You get what I'm saying?
So, in other words, so just so I'll sum this up so I don't have a little bug in my ear that's like, fuck Eli. All right, so in other words, you're trying to tell me, well, I'm being honest, you know? And when I first watched, I was like, yo, I like him. He's smart. Then you start saying something, I don't like this nigga. But, so.
I'm going to say that every day.
So you're basically saying that the women that come on here, they're not able to explain exactly why they want a certain caliber of men, you know, and not explain exactly what they're looking for. So it's not like you're specifically attacking black women, is what you're saying.
I mean, no, I'm not. We only interview black women, obviously. Mostly, like, you know what I mean? So of course it'll look that way, but I would say that to any ethnic group of women. I don't have a problem with women practicing hypergamy. But just know that not everybody's entitled to it, and you have to compete for it at the end of the day.
Well, can we say something else besides prostitutes? Because, you know, you have a big platform and you talk about protecting black women, you know, and you talk about being a provider and being a leader and being masculine. You have to lead by example. So when you say things like that to black women and call them a prostitute so comfortably in your chair.
I don't call them. I ask them, is that a prostitute? I asked them. I'm going to say, yo, you a prostitute.
So you're not doing it to blatantly disrespect them?
I'm doing it to ask a question. Like,
see, this is why it's stupid. This is why it's stupid to keep talking to these women and try to explain junk. Because they know what the deal is. Yeah, they know what that is. These women know exactly what that man was doing. He explained this earlier in the video. He did. He explained it earlier. And they're still mad about it. No matter how much you explain this to them, they're gonna get mad about it because at the end of the day, hypergamy and everything else, it is hoeing. It's prostitution. It's the direct definition of doggone hypergamy. Like she stated it is making a relationship, a sexual relationship, or marrying somebody in a higher social status than you. Right? The only reason you doing that is because they got the money. You gonna offer this, which is gonna be you and your body, to get the money. That's what it is. That's what hypergamy is directly. There's always gonna be some. All of it is that. Getting married is that. All of it is that. At the bottom end of it is that. It's just who's a direct pay for a hoe and who's a wife hoe. That's really what it is. And then when you get the wife, you're supposed to get loyalty. So that way you don't get all the, you're unlike with the other one, she's just going to do anybody. But it's all going to be paid for. And because the definition of prostitution is sex in exchange for money and resources and things like that, that's what women are doing. Directly. They're not coming in, they won't do 50-50 with you. They don't want to pay for you. They want you to pay to be with them. And they will have sex with you doing that. And the thing of it is it's not just trying to be mean. It's just that's what it is. The definition of this junk is this. And this is what is going on. Let's roll with that though. Y'all drop the comments, let me know what y'all thought about that part.
Yeah, but
it comes off very disrespectful.
Yeah, but I can't worry about other people's feelings, especially when it comes to women, because I understand that they are very emotional. So I'm not the type to walk on eggshells. That's just how I am. Just because I want to protect your feelings, and I get it. But sometimes it can come off harsh, but if I'm saying something, I probably mean that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna blatantly say, yo, I say on this show plenty of times, but nobody clips that I love black women and I'm going to marry a black woman. I say that almost every other show, but nobody cares about that because they feel like, because their emotions are so caught up and they get triggered like you do, and they just want to, oh, fuck Eli, like, you know, I don't get what he said, like, you know what I'm saying? I know he meant that shit, like, you know, it's like, yo, I'm trying to prove a point, like, you get what I'm saying? If you're only offering your body in exchange from money, compensation, that is prostitution, like, you know what I'm saying?
I just gave him the doggone definition again, right? But the thing about women, and you know what, let me tell you why that triggers women. Because they know that's what they're doing. They know it's what they're doing. That's why that's why you can't explain it, guys. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, stop. Shut the fuck up trying to explain this junk to women. Go get the money. That is what they want. It's better for you that way to have that too. It's better for you to have the money. It's really what they want. You can't explain this to them because no matter what it comes to, even when they look at even them, they know. They know when they doing it. They prostituting themselves out to you in a certain type of way, and they know it. The quicker you know it, the faster it gets better for you. Let's roll on a little bit more. Y'all drop the comments. Let me know. Hit like, subscribe, share. Let's see what else I got to say.
Okay. In the way that you're saying it, but you do know that it's a lot of dusty men that get mad because they're trying to pursue a woman, and that woman's like, well, you have nothing to offer me, you know, you're not a provider. It's like, oh, you're a prostitute, you're a gold digger. It's always black women. It's just like they just automatically attack us in this day and age, you know. So that's why I'm saying just be careful with certain things you say on your platform, because there's men that's doing that and they don't understand the logic of what you're thinking. They're thinking that, oh, just because she asks for money or she expects something from me, she's a prostitute.
But again, you can't get caught up. There's women that will call us dusties. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I can't be like, damn, you know what? You need to, like, that's just how people are. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I've said stuff on the show 100 times and women will attack me in the comments. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is at the end of the day. It's not my job I can't make everybody happy. But
it's not about making anyone happy.
I
think it's just about I'm not saying you have to have a soft delivery or you have to sugarcoat. I don't believe in sugarcoating. I think it's just.
This is why it's pointless to explain it to them, guys. This is what you're going to get at every time. This is going to go every time because it is prostitution. All of it is buying some ass. When you try to talk to the girl and she's saying you don't have anything to offer me, basically what's getting said right there is because you don't have what I want, I won't have sex with you. That is prostitution. That's fucking prostitution. They're not doing it because they like you. They're doing it because you got resources or something that they want. Which they just gave the damn definition for that. And that's prostitution. The women agree with that. But the thing is, and we're going to get into this in another video. You can say these things, you can know these things. Like I know these things, I don't say them to women. That's why I'm trying to get my guys to understand. Stop saying this junk. They don't want to hear it. You can know it. She could be a hoe. You can know she being a hoe. She could be in a room with 3 guys and we all about to bang her, and we could be like, this bitch is a slut. We can know it, and she can know she being a slut. We can't say it out loud. The minute somebody says it out loud, it's gonna ruin the whole thing. Okay? You in there and it's about to go down. She cool with that. She cool with getting her back blowed out by 3, 4 dudes at the same time. She's cool with that. The minute one of those guys in that room says anything out loud about this woman being a slut or this and that, well, everybody loses their mind. That's what happens. She's going to lose her mind then. You cannot say it. Stop saying it, guys. If you don't learn nothing else from this video, stop trying to explain shit to women. They don't care. I'm going to keep going. This is what most of my videos are going to be about. Stop trying to explain. Go around it. Get the money. Do what you need to do to be the top guy and let them compete for you. But don't try to explain because they don't care. And niggas going to move the goalposts on you. Keep watching them for a few more minutes and we out of here.
And I'm not this, like, I don't want to like, oh, well, you said this, and I don't want to bring up things from the past because I feel like, you know, you can judge someone before you meet them, and now meeting you, it's like, okay, it's a little bit different. But I think
they're all different.
at the same time, yeah, watching that is like it's kind of a cringe moment because it's like, well, damn, like if that's
why is it not cringy when she describes
I
prostitute
never
action?
said that it wasn't cringy.
You know what I'm saying? She's describing it. We're just ripping the Band-Aid. I think black men should have the right to question. We care when we say this shit. We're not saying this shit to embarrass you.
But I guess
we're questioning.
It does not matter. Here it goes again. It doesn't, black man or any man. It don't matter that you care. They don't want to hear it. They know what this shit is, y'all. They know. Join the journey, guys. Hit like, hit subscribe, share. Join the journey with me. Y'all gonna learn over these years. Next year, they don't care. I'm gonna find more videos. I'm gonna keep telling you. Because what needs to get exposed is not the delusion of women. What needs to get exposed is the delusion of men trying to explain this junk to women because they don't care. No matter how much he explains it, and he's like, she described it. Logic doesn't matter to women. Logic does not matter to women. Y'all gotta start understanding that.
Why do you feel comfortable using your body as leverage in a relationship?
And you know what's crazy? I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree that sometimes even again.
What? You see, guys, I'm not wrong. That's what you ain't never gonna hear me retract the statement. You ain't gonna never hear me go back on nothing on this channel. You can hit like right now. You can hit subscribe and watch for the next so many odd years I'm doing this jump. This woman just got done saying, okay, I'm not disagreeing with you because that's the definition. That's the definition. And if you're doing this, then by definition, you are this. It's like 2 + 2 is 4. It is. And women will agree with you until that means that 2 + 2 equaling 4 is going to mean them getting less money. Then there'll be a problem. And no matter how much they know that 2 + 2 is 4, if it's 2 + 2 and it's 4 at the bottom, and that means it's a problem for them, that needs to change. And they're not going to care about the logic of it, the integrity of it. And you're seeing that in front of your face right now. They're admitting that this is the definition. Yes, and it is what women are doing, but see, like I just said a minute ago, they don't want you to say it out loud. Take my advice from that one. Stop saying it out loud, guys.
Again, some of the women, I think that's why she brought it up in the first place, is that the way that they're delivering it isn't necessarily the best. I think there's maybe a disconnected communication where it's just like, if he don't got that bread, if he not spending it, then I don't want it. And then y'all were like, well, that's
it's not a disconnect. That's how
but
they feel.
No, but what I'm saying, so I think
y'all try to think foot up.
No, I'm not thinking for anybody. I guess
that's how they should be talking.
I think everybody has to be softer in delivery. I think we're so quick to, like, go against each other and so quick to to go head to head, rather than just seeing someone's perspective, dig a little deeper sometimes. So I guess to me, asking a woman if you think that's prostitution, that doesn't dig deeper into why she feels that way. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, this is a point, this is I don't want to say it's an interview, but it's a place where people can talk, they get to the deeper meaning of things, why they feel a certain type of way. So when you're just like, oh, well, don't you think that's prostitution? Of course, if a woman gonna take that like, well, damn, is that what he's calling me? So now that's when people start to get riled up, and I think it's sometimes it's counterproductive. Hear it a lot. Black women hear that counterproductive.
You made a point. You know, I read an article about, you know, obviously the state of inflation in the last couple of years. You know, both men and women have to both actively provide both incomes. That's across all ethnic groups. You get what I'm saying? You just said about the Mexican. I see a lot of Mexican women out here working as well to contribute to their significant other's life. I see Hispanic women working at the restaurants, you know what I mean, providing an income for their family. Indian women do the same. Women of other ethnic groups also are working just as much. I think sometimes Black women specifically think it's only every other man can provide 100% outright for their woman, when those women are working too. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
so you think Black women get in relationships and when they say, oh, we want a man that provide, we don't work? Or we don't use our money? I mean,
you know,
is that's what's going on in the world?
It's the complaints about it.
But I guess
and rather switch us up or trade us in when another nigga got more money.
I guess here's my thing, right? And I can't speak for all women, but I can speak for the women that I know, women in my family. Again, I see women in our community. I see a lot of sisters that give people a chance. You got women that, you know, a lot of Black women, and not all, but I think it's almost ingrained in our culture, in our society, where you have to be a ride or die. I don't think it's so simple where women, if they're with somebody, that they're just gonna, the minute somebody come along with more money, they drop it. You know what I'm saying? I think women do give people chances. Now, I can't speak for everybody. I think some women that's gonna drop, and you'd be surprised because there are women, other races of women. I'm not saying that Black women automatically assume that they, you know, if they get a man that's provided, they're just gonna quit working, because we've never really had that luxury. If you look at the historical context, and we were just talking about this the other day, that when when they talk about the feminist movement and things like that, and women wanted to get into the workforce, that wasn't, Black women didn't have nothing to do with that. That was white women leading that, because why? Black women were taking care of their households. So now it's, now we're kind of,
answer that question. Who followed?
We're getting to a point where everybody's like a soft girl, soft life, luxury, stay-at-home girlfriend, things of that nature. There's nothing wrong with that, but still to this day, we see it on social media. Yeah, you have girls that are getting taken care of, but a lot of times we're still not the receivers of that. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think it's necessarily that, oh, well, the minute I got a man with a job, that I'm just gonna drop what I'm doing. Of course, everybody has to work at the end of the day. Even if you're a stay-at-home girlfriend, you're not just gonna sit at home all day and
that's a job.
It's even if you have children, it's still a job regardless. And again, women don't really have that's not really negotiable, right? Most men would assume that if you're going to enter a relationship with a woman and you were to be serious, have children, things of that she would be the one that takes care of the home. So why is it that she would then have to be able to take care of the home? That's a lot of work. On top of having to go, and now I have to pay for half of the rent. Now, I'm not saying that you can't contribute at all, but at the same time, it's kind of like, don't you think that,
so that's all about
it's an emotional labor that can be very draining.
Women are known to take care of the house, but in reality, if you've been in relationships, I'm pretty sure you guys have. As a man, I'm in a relationship, and my woman doesn't do all the cleaning. I do the laundry, I cook, I do all that shit. So just because women are known to do that, it's just like, well, I don't have to always cook and clean. I'm gonna say this because in my experience, my woman, she may say that, but she know deep down she ain't fucking cooking and cleaning every day.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I'm doing that shit too. But women are very vocal on, they don't mention what a man do, because it's only if he's not providing, he's not doing shit. Men are fixing shit, repairing shit in the house, paying bills and other shit too.
But I guess here's my thing. How many modern men do we know that can actually go and have those skills? Because I grew up in a 2-family home, right? And I know this is kind of the topic because we're talking about, different races, and I feel like it's important to talk about it. My father's white. My mom's Black. My mom was a stay-at-home mom for a certain amount of time because she raised us in the home. We were homeschooled, things of that nature. So I've seen it from both sides, Now, I think
I've got the dock sitting on top of my rack, and I can plug whatever I want in or out. Everyone goes, oh.
What?
Sorry.
I know. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
So yeah, I think sometimes we when we talk about other races, I think I'm not saying that I have the license to speak on it, but seeing it from that side of my family, I could say that they do expect their women to be able to do a majority of the housework. Not a lot of men of other races not doing stuff like that. I'm not saying that they're not out there, but I think, you know, so
look, the men of other races are not doing that because traditionally the women do that, and the other races tend to be more traditional than the black one, than black women. It just is what it is on that one. All right, and you got black guys that the same way. Good God, if you say one thing, you gotta say another one. That's the thing about this thing, guys. Look, we watched enough of this. This is a pointless conversation. You're not gonna get anywhere with these women, and you're not gonna get anywhere explaining to women. Women don't care what you think. Every time when you got something to say, it's gonna wind up being what they feel like. That's why guys need to stop even trying to explain. Just stop it. Don't explain junk to women. It's a fool's errand. It is. I think I just proved a lot of it today. Y'all hit like, subscribe, share, drop the comments. Let me know what you think about that. All right? And thank y'all very much for the people I've been getting so far. I was on my goal of 650 subscribers. I'm a little bit ahead of that now. I'm on the road to 700. So if y'all can't help out with a subscribe, do that. But we're going to keep talking about this, and I'm going to keep putting it out there. Women don't care what you think. They ain't got no, and I'm going to keep showing it. So y'all hit like, subscribe, share. But I think I went over it a good couple of times in here in these videos today. And there's one little clip right here that I showed. These guys are talking to women, and they talk the logic to the women, and the women agreed with the logic, and then turn around and said, but the grass is green, but the sky is blue, but the sun is hot, but shit stinks, but. And it's always going to be that way. Y'all hit like, subscribe, share. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. This is down to y'all. This is the Go Hard or Go Home channel. I'm going hard about that. Trying to explain this junk to women is a fool's errand. Drop the comments, let me know what you think. Hit subscribe, tell somebody else about the channel. And let me know what y'all think. The comments are the most important thing because I really want to see what people think about this. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm out of here on this one, y'all. Peace.